All right, we are back on this Super Bowl weekend. We haven't talked about the game. Let's ask Dr. Shirley White who's going to win. Who's going to win the game?
The Ravens.
See, I'm cheering for the Ravens, too. Now, that would be an upset because San Francisco is a 4.5-point favorite, but I'm cheering for the Ravens. I'm with you. Should be a good game. Dr. Shirley White is with Success Images. We always talk about, if you're needing to get a new job, working for a job, how to best prepare for a job. But it's 2013, and some potential boss may ask you to interview over Skype.
Absolutely.
Or FaceTime or something like that. Because why fly you there when they can spend a lot less money
yes, indeed.
and interview you, but yet still be face-to-face. So if you're doing an online, say, Skype interview, you've got 5 tips for us to prepare for that. Walk us through them.
Well, the first one is you need to choose a quiet location in your residence. Let everyone know that you're having a Skype interview.
Send them out to eat.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah. And let them know when it's scheduled. That means TVs have to be down low, the music has to be down, babies and children, small children need to be somewhere else, the dogs and the cats need to be outside. Those are the kinds of things that you need to think about. Plus, in choosing a quiet room, you also need to make sure that within that room, the internet reception is going to be good.
And the lighting, too.
And the lighting. That makes a big difference. It's almost like being on a TV set, actually, when you're having a Skype interview.
Sure.
For those of us who have not, my son helped me set it up so I could see the grandchildren. But for those of us who have not set up Skype, you need to go online, set up an account, and make sure you use a professional username. It's sort of like having a professional email. We don't want to have pretty baby or something like that.
Sexy mama. I got it.
As the username. And just one other thing, you know how we have this set behind us.
Sure.
You need to think about the surroundings because you're going to be like on television. So you don't want junk and all kinds of things. You want to make it sure it's neat, it's organized.
So you mean
it's clean.
Don't have the dresser behind you with the underwear hanging off the dresser. That kind of thing?
Yeah. That's
got
exactly what I'm talking about.
And then you've got a number 2, practice with the equipment, because the last thing you want to do is big boss man's about to interview you and you're messing with all the stuff and I can't hear you, and what a disaster. Know how to use the equipment, right?
Know how to use it. I guess maybe I should have said technology, which might be a better term versus equipment. But yes, indeed, not only should you practice making calls, you need to practice answering calls as well. Because not only are you going to have to deal with the interview process, but now you're having to deal with technology as well. So you want to be familiar with your laptop, look directly into that webcam, so that way you'll be making eye contact, because if you look at the monitor versus the webcam, then it will look to the other person like you're looking
avoiding.
Yes, indeed. And then we go on to dressing appropriately.
That one's got to be tough because you're sitting in your home and you may think, I'm at home, but you have to imagine that you're sitting in front of that person, right?
Absolutely. So you're going to dress the same way you would dress for an in-person face-to-face. Navy blue is better than black for guys' jackets because you're going to wear a white shirt. This certainly is the first face-to-face interview. And even though I have on black today, for ladies, I do have on a brighter, the royal blue blouse, which makes a big difference versus having on white. You want to make sure for ladies your makeup is natural, jewelry is at a minimum, and that you have a professional hairstyle. Sit up straight, no slouching.
Smile.
Smile, absolutely. Make sure your face and your shoulders are in the frame.
And then, last but not least, in our last 10 seconds, you got to practice.
Oh, practice. Lots of times. Prior preparation prevents poor performance.
I like it. To learn more, go to successimages.com or contact Dr. White at 769-2307. Thank you. Good stuff. We'll come back and talk about a great Make-A-Wish Foundation event. That's coming up next when we continue here on Baton Rouge Land Gap.